Hey, what's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to share with you five tips on how I got my finances together. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Alex. I help people change their perspective and relationship with money so they can get their finances together. So today, guys, I'm going to be sharing with you five tips that really went a long way in helping me to get my finances together. As you know, having your finances together, getting your money right is extremely important. And it affects every aspect, every part of your life. A lot of people would say money can't buy happiness. But, I beg to differ. There are a lot of things that you can do if you have enough financial resources. There are a lot of things that you can do that brings you happiness. Maybe blessing other people, being able to help charities and other foundations, being able to help a friend or a loved one, having bigger, bolder experiences, traveling the world, whatever it is. There are so many different things that you can do to enhance your life and the life of those around you that you truly care about. So today I'm going to share with you five tips. And today, tip number one, the very first tip, guys, is I started my own business. Some of you may know I used to work in corporate America. I had a very nice job, paid me well, had 3 weeks vacation during that time, healthcare benefits, all that good stuff. And but somewhere along the way, I realized that guess what? If I wanted to make more money, they had to give it to me. They had to be willing to give me a raise. They had to be willing to give me a promotion. It was out of my hands. Okay. And so I quickly realized that if you really want to be in control of your future and be in control of your finances, you really need to put yourself in a position of owning your income. Okay. And the best way for me to do that was to start my own business. Once I did that, now I had the ability to control just how much time, first of all, it took for me to operate my business. If I wanted to be off 3 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever, however much time I wanted off, I was in control of that. Okay. And so it really gave me the ability to control my time. Number two, it actually allowed me to scale my income. What do I mean by scale? If you are trading hours for dollars, that is the absolute wrong way to make money, because now that means that your income is always going to be driven and dependent on how many hours you are actually trading for dollars. So I needed to find something that I can actually scale and grow. I can grow it from $10,000 to $100,000, $200,000. And in those instances, it wasn't about how much time I actually worked, because you only got 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So I built the kind of business that allowed me to scale and grow my income without having to put in a whole lot more time and effort to do it. And then finally, by me having my own business, I was able to reduce my taxes. How? When you have a business, you're able to write off your expenses first, and then you pay taxes on the profit that you show. So for that reason, I was able to reduce my tax liabilities. And for those of you who don't know, taxes is one of the biggest wealth killers. If you want to be able to really build and scale and grow your wealth, grow your cash flow, you have to reduce your taxes. So starting my own business allowed me to do those three things. So secondly, I was able to start what? Saving and paying myself first. I saved and I started paying myself first. So, guys, as you know, many times, too many times, too many people, too often wind up paying all of their bills, right? paying all of their debts and obligations and all of those things. They have money coming in, and as soon as the money comes in, they're paying their bills, which is the responsible thing to do. It makes perfect sense. But what happens is we try to save what's left. And all too often, what's left is not much. Okay. And so, what do you have? Not much to invest and grow for your future. So I had to start saying, hey, you got to put yourself first. Nobody's going to make you a priority if you don't. So I started paying myself first. Next, number three, I began to evaluate what was most important to me. And what was really most important to me is having what? Time freedom. See, two times often people have money, but because they're working so hard to generate the money, they don't have the time. And in other instances, people have a lot of time on their hands, right? But they don't have a lot of money. So I wanted to make sure that I had a little bit of both, that I had both financial resources and I had time freedom, freedom to enjoy those things, freedom to spend time with loved ones and family, freedom to be able to pursue other business opportunities, be able to help other people and have a bigger impact on the world. And so I wanted to make sure that I had time freedom, that I bought my time back. Okay. And this is often really, really simple, guys. And let me just give you some insight on this. If you look at how much your expenses are, how much it takes you to live on a monthly basis, okay? If you found a way to generate that much income each and every month, whether it be because of investments, whether it be because of stock dividends or other passive investments, if you had rental property, if you found another way to have that much money coming in each and every month without you having to work, guess what? You have just bought back your freedom. And time freedom was so important and valuable to me. So that was the third thing that I did. And then once I realized, hey, that this was really most important to me, I wanted to make sure that I had time freedom. I started to cut anything and everything that didn't meet my most important goal. See, Michelangelo said when he was sculpting that famous sculpture of David, he said it started out with a complete block of granite, right? And somebody said, how did you come up with this beautiful creation of this carving of David? And he said I had to look at the block, I had to envision what his goal was, and then he said I had to chip away everything that didn't fit or didn't belong. And that's what I started doing with my finances. If it didn't fit with my objective, if it didn't allow me or help me get just a little bit closer to building that time freedom, guess what? I cut it. I cut it. And so that in and of itself gave me the ability to have so many more resources that I was able to invest in stocks. See, when you have something now to work with, when you have some additional capital, now you're able to take that additional capital and invest it. See, I have a formula that I call CVT. C, V is in Victor, T. What does that mean? It means having capital, okay? Having capital, and that capital can come in the form of money, finances. It can come in the form of effort, sweat equity, right? Work, or it can come in the form of specific knowledge, information, data. Okay, so you got three sources of capital, and then V, Victor, stands for investment vehicle. Investment vehicle. Stocks for me was the investment vehicle that I started to put my money in. So I took my capital and I put it into stocks. Okay. And the T actually stands for time. So what you do is you put your capital in the right investment vehicle and let time do the rest. And that's what I did in order to build my finances, to grow my finances. And so let me just tell you, if you guys are doing these 5 things, what you will really find is you will find yourself with, first of all, your money will be going in the right place, in the proper place, in the place that you have clearly defined is most important to you. Okay. And once you do that, you're able to invest that money so it can start growing for you. So it can start doing 2 things for you, which is to take care of your current lifestyle, right? And help pay for your future lifestyle. All right. So there you have it. Those are the 5 tips that helped me to get my finances together. I encourage you to take all of these, none of these, or whichever ones would work best for you. But definitely, by all means, take the time to figure out what's really most important to you. Pay yourself first. Find a way to control your income so you can scale it and grow it as much as you want without having to trade your time and your time for it. All right. And I tell you, in the end, you'll be very glad you did. All right. Take care. God bless. See you next time.